It's been a year since the last time we spoke, and I've enjoyed the silence. It's truly given me time to reflect, heal, and grow. I hope the same for you. I want you to realize that I'm not mad, nor do I harbor any negative feelings. I realize that after 7 years of dealing with each other, sometimes you have to know when to walk away. I decided to let you go because despite the work you had in progress, there was just too much ugliness for my love to conquer. From hiding the fact that you had kids to the excessive lies, you tried to make me feel as if I was crazy and insecure. You tried to downgrade my accomplishments, and you made me feel like my love was never enough. It took me a long time to see who you were behind the mask. I was so in love that I disregarded what I needed in a partner, hoping one day you would show up as the man I knew you had the potential to be. But how can I expect someone to love me and you don't even know how to love yourself? You've never experienced a healthy relationship and you have unresolved issues with your past. I understand now that love cannot fix everything, and it certainly cannot change a person who isn't ready to change themselves. Despite it all, I'm grateful for the lessons. I've learned so much during our time together. I've learned to value myself more. I've learned to recognize red flags and prioritize my own happiness. I've also learned that forgiveness doesn't always mean reconciliation. But I also recognize I deserve better. As I move forward with my life, I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you find peace within yourself and truly learn to love yourself fully because you deserve it. I hope you find someone who accepts you for who you are and treats you with the respect that you deserve. Thank you for the memories. I'll always cherish the good times we shared, but I'm ready to make room for new experiences and new love. Sincerely, Justina.
Hey Goldies, welcome back to the Lana Golden channel. So you all have just heard Justina's letter to her ex. We're going to get into the conversation of what it's like to love someone who doesn't even love themselves. But we do want to let you know that on tonight's episode, we are actually drinking Lolly wine. So this is a brand that I found at a festival in the Atlanta area. It's really good. They have about 3 different flavors. So I'm a really big sweet wine fan, and normally I don't drink reds, but this is a really good red. As you can see, we've drank quite a bit. So this has a very sweet, bold flavor. And then they also have this one that's the spiked, that's more of like a cocktail. So it is a little bit like bolder and maybe have a little bit more of a bitter taste, but that's because you can serve it as a cocktail versus just regular wine. So it's a brand that I've really grown to love, and just, something that's a little different for when you have your dinner parties and things of that nature, not just pulling out, the normal household brand. So something I've really enjoyed drinking recently. But Justina, what do you think?
Mm. So I love a good red wine.
Okay.
So I love the tarts, the bitters, but I also love a good sweet red wine because this goes well with a good dessert. So for all my
Hmm.
bakers who are looking for a good red wine to put
Okay.
with your treats, this is
Listen,
it
I only
for
do sweet
sure.
wine. So I'm typically a white fan. So when I found that there was a sweet red, I said, let me jump on it. So this is only 2 of their flavors. They do have a third one. So if you're a fan of a little bit more of
Mm.
that dry red or how typical reds taste,
Hmm.
then you can get that one as well. All right. So just to kind of jump into it,
Ooh, let's jump into it.
that letter, man, I just well, first, let's do just to loosen you up. We do have the lolly wine, but just to loosen up a little bit more, we'll do some rapid fire questions. So just whatever you think off the top of your head. So when you first link up with someone, would you prefer to be at your house or their house?
Oh my gosh, not neither house.
Neither house.
What?
Okay.
I mean, if you've watched the news, I mean, a girl literally just got murdered because
Oh,
she
that's not
wanted.
funny.
I'm sorry.
No, it's me. It's not you, but go ahead.
But I'm just like, it's not safe for us
Yeah.
women to just be going to men's houses on the first date. It is
Yeah.
not anymore. Like, it was cool in the 90s when they had a little bit more sense, but
Yeah.
times have changed and it's become so much more dangerous. I won't even let you come pick me up from my house on the first date.
Mm.
I will meet you there.
Yeah.
We will drive separate cars.
Mm-hmm.
And after I've grown comfortable and ran a background check on you, because I need to know.
Do you run real background checks, or this is just you Googling? Do you
So
just Google or real
I'm not gonna
background
lie.
checks?
I'm not gonna lie. I have paid for the service because again,
Ah,
you never
you're
know
right.
who
No, that's
you
the
are
safe way to
dealing
go.
with. I'm like,
Okay.
I'm not saying I run background checks on everybody, but if I really
I mean, you
like you,
should.
I might run a
If
check
I
on you.
really like,
If
if
I
you're
really
worth
like you,
me
I
doing it,
might run a check on you.
and I better not find nothing.
I better not find you. Better be who you said you were, okay? Because
You also mentioned that in your letter. You don't like no spot. I need to know exactly who you are.
I want to know because then I know
Yeah.
how to support you in your weaknesses. I know how to support you in your great areas. Like I know
Yeah.
where to fit in, where I fit in. But if I don't know you, I'm just out here
Yeah.
doing things that may not help you, and I may be harming you.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So
I'm
Justina doesn't want to date the Riddler. Okay. Got it.
no,
All right.
no.
Would you ever have a work fling?
Oh my god.
Have you ever had a work fling?
Oh my gosh, it's funny that you asked that. I've never had a work fling, but
Okay.
if me and another person in my, area had a good connection, I wouldn't mind pursuing it,
Okay.
especially if we weren't closely connected in our work and
Like
it
if
would
y'all
have
were in different departments or
yeah, if we
something.
were in
Okay.
different departments, I would definitely see where it goes because again, you never know. And considering that I'm not going out that much, work is going to be one
Yeah.
of the main places where I meet someone. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Homebody.
I am a homebody.
Just think, I feel like you be outside sometimes, but
You
maybe
know
a
what?
homebody. Or you said you wanted to get outside more
I am going
this
to
year.
be outside this summer for sure.
Okay, come
I'm going to be
on.
outside this summer. This past year, I've just been in the house, been
Yeah.
focusing on trying to get my career together, get,
Mhm.
foundation,
We love
build that
that.
foundation in my
Yeah.
job. And so now that I've got the job, I'm back, honey. I hope
Okay,
you're ready
she
for me. I
listen.
hope you're ready for me because I'm back
Stella done got
outside.
her groove back and she's in these streets.
I'm
I
back
love it.
outside.
Okay.
It's a thing. I'm back outside.
Okay. After a breakup, when is it the best time to have sex with the person you got accused of sleeping with anyway?
Ooh. First of all, I've never got caught to be accused.
I know that's I know
That's
that's
not right.
right.
That's not
I
right.
know
But
it is right.
but I've just been really discreet with my business because again,
Okay.
I never wanted to be one of those girls where men could walk up and be like, "Yeah, I had her." No
Okay.
man could ever say that about
I
me. No
get
man.
into it.
No man. So that's always kind of been my thing.
Mhm.
Um I try not to like I've cheated when I was in my relationship younger. So
Mhm.
later in my 20s, I try not to be that person because
Let's say they were just somebody who was jealous and suspected that you and a homeboy or you
okay,
and a
okay.
colleague
You making
had something
assumptions.
going on and you never did. When if that's let's say that person actually tries to pursue you later, when is an okay time to push that button?
Well, for me, I'm all about taking the necessary time to make sure that
Mm,
I'm correct moving into the next situation.
yeah.
So if I just dated someone, I'm probably going to wait like, maybe a couple months to be seen out in
Yeah.
public.
Yeah.
We may do private things, but I'm
Mhm.
going to wait a couple months because one, I want to make sure that I'm internally healed from whatever messed
So
up
mature of
situation.
you.
Girl, I have to. My crazy days, I had to put them behind me. I also
Mm.
realized they weren't working. Like
Yeah.
I could be crazy, I could get the revenge and still be upset and not have any results that I wanted. So I said I need to try something new to get something
Maybe
new.
I gotta get on that wavelength.
I got to
Maybe I
try
need to get
something
on that
new to
model.
get something new.
Okay. Okay. What's the so into your crazy days? What's the craziest thing you've ever done for
Oh
love?
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The craziest everything I've ever did for love.
Mhm.
Uh I don't think I've ever did anything in the name of love, but I feel like I've said crazy things to the person that I loved.
Okay.
Like I've never like done any cars because I can't do Fulton County. I'm not built for it. Not I don't do jail food and I can't do that shower. So I've never did anything that would get me caught up in a crime. Cause
A
no,
woman who
no,
knows herself.
no.
Okay.
Okay. But I've definitely said some nasty things to
Mm.
men when I felt like I didn't get what I wanted or felt didn't have the feelings reciprocated that I wanted.
I'm
My
I'm with
mouth
you
is
on that.
terrible.
Terrible.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, but I also realize hurt people hurt people.
Mm.
So why am I just because this person wasn't able to give me what I wanted,
Mhm.
it may be because they can't. They don't know how. They don't know really what to do. And I'm asking them to step outside of
I
comfort
want
zone.
to have that motto, but I feel like it's too much of a scapegoat or an excuse for the other person. Like, oh, they don't know how to do this. They can't do this. And it's like, that just takes so much of the onus off of them. But
Yeah.
I get how it's still better for you in the end, in your own like personal perspective and growth. Mm.
It really is up to the person. If the person is willing to make the effort, once you've kind of identified, hey, this is what
But
this is
we
what I
know they don't
need.
do that no more.
If they're not willing to make the effort at this big age, then honey, you need to throw them back in the ocean and somebody else will pick them up
Okay.
where they're at and be perfect for them. But clearly that's not your perfect person because he is not willing to make the effort.
The boys are giving tuna fish.
The boys are being boys. That's the problem. And we're looking for men to meet us at the level that we're at. You know, we're not asking for too much. We just want a good man that wants to be in a relationship and be loved on by a good woman. That's all. That's really it.
All
That's really
right.
it. That's not hard to ask. That's
That is your paid sponsorship brought to you by Justina.
I'm
Just
not
want a
asking for too
good
much.
man that wants to love a good. If you know a good man that wants to love a good woman,
If you know,
let us know and we can send them to
we're
Justina's
looking.
direction. Please. We
I'm
are
looking
we are
for 'em.
looking for
I'm looking for 'em.
future. Come on. All right. What is your biggest red flag? And we'll stop here.
Ooh, biggest red flag.
Now I'm be nice. You can do your green flag after. So what's your biggest red flag?
Ooh, man. Biggest red flag for me is not being able to converse.
Hmm.
I love a man that can have a conversation
Oh no,
and
your biggest red flag.
oh, oh, me, like me
Mm-hmm.
internally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not joking. um, I say for me, a red flag for me is sometimes I don't like patience. Like I don't have the patience. And that has been something I've been continuously
Okay.
working on because I know
Same.
like sometimes I can get real hot headed. I'm a Taurus. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes,
The bull.
I can get, the bull. I get a little hot headed, but I have been making conscious efforts to kind of work through those issues. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Justina, what are you really mad at? Okay, let's articulate what you're mad at. If you're not ready to articulate that, let's walk away from the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But let's have patience. Like,
Yeah.
regardless, let's meet these people where they're at. Understand that everybody has not experienced the same things that you've experienced, had the same love that you've had. So
Mm-hmm.
you really just have to be patient with people.
That is
Give them
growth.
grace.
Growth.
Okay.
Okay.
Honey, I have been trying therapy. God, all that has been working on me because when I meet that man,
She
when
gonna
I
be ready for him.
okay, he's gonna be like,
I know
she
that's
got it
right.
together.
It's that one. I want that one.
She got it together
Okay.
mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm trying to be there.
Mm-hmm.
My future partner deserves that, you know?
I've always heard write down everything that you want in a partner and then go be that.
Yes.
And you'll find your partner. You'll attract that. But
Yes.
go be everything that you want in somebody else.
And I believe that wholeheartedly because I feel like a lot of people go out here in the world looking for a partner
Mm-hmm.
and they're not partner material, or
Mm.
they haven't healed those wounds, or they haven't accomplished that goal. For me, at 33 years old, I had to think about it. At 33 years old, I have accomplished everything that I've wanted to do. I've got my doctorate by 30. I'm
Love
almost
that.
10 years in higher education.
Mm.
Like I am solid in who I am.
Right.
So I'm ready to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Because now I'm whole walking into a
Yeah.
situation whole, hoping my partner's whole.
I
So
love
we're
that. And
two
your
holes
letter
together.
reflected that. It reflected that that's what you're looking for and that's what you saw lacking in
Yeah.
that situation.
And even I feel like I'm grateful for that situation because there's so many lessons that came out of that.
Mm-hmm.
I, have been able to identify when it's time to leave
Mm-hmm.
because in just not even just in my personal life, I've stayed in other situations way too long, whether it be work, whether it be student organizations, that I'm, volunteering.
Mm-hmm.
I've stayed in situations too long and they did not benefit me. And so this situation has really helped me grow and just know when to leave, to value myself, and to really understand what I need from a person who's going to be my partner in life.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the gems. In case you didn't know, that's the takeaways. That's the gems. Okay, so how did you feel doing this exercise? How did it feel to write that letter to that 7-year ex?
I was very nervous. I was very nervous about coming on this platform to
Mm-hmm.
speak about him. I haven't, spoke to him in over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And, I haven't really talked about it in so long. And
So what was that time frame, the 7 years?
I would say from 26 or 25 to about 32.
Okay.
And off and on, just, being in each other's lives. And
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't perfect, and I
Right.
look at that, and I understand that some of the things that I did didn't make him feel safe.
Mm.
And I feel like, a lot of times men just want to feel safe, they want to feel comforted, and I didn't always provide a safe space, not negating any of the things that
No,
he
yes.
did.
I mean,
Yeah, not
mm,
not please.
yes.
I'm not
Men
knocking
have
him
a
off.
voice.
I'm
They
not taking
have
him off the
feelings.
hook, but
Yes.
I'm also taking ownership in my part in it.
And men love to say women don't take accountability. So it's good that you're taking ownership for your part in it. But I guess more so, so that exercise, so that was something that was a little bit scary for you to do.
It was, because I was like, "Ooh, what if he sees this? What if someone else sees this? What if they
Yeah.
like?" But honestly, I'm not here talking bad about him. I
Right.
wish him all the best. I pray that he finds a love that is just so warm and feels good, that he is entirely happy. Like, I
Y'all be
wish him
so
all the.
nice when y'all do these.
I mean, but here's the thing, like, I'm in such a great place in my life that I don't need to spew negativity on him.
Yeah.
Like, I am happy. I'm rich beyond, money and worth.
Yeah.
And, I feel like I've grown my relationship closer, in my faith and
Mm-hmm.
with my parents and my family. And so I feel really good. I feel so happy. And I look forward to meeting the next man that will,
Yeah.
we can be a part of each other's lives and make each other happy.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that, but I'm not rushing it. Like, it doesn't happen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to turn 34 and a lot of my friends are married. I'm not stressed about that
Yeah.
because I've lived a great life. And whoever gets me, he's going to get a pretty cool person. Like, weird at times,
A great
but a
person.
pretty cool, great person. Yeah,
Yes.
like, you getting the best of all worlds.
You are
Like,
the prize.
I am the prize.
And enjoying yourself.
And I am enjoying myself. And I think a lot of women don't do that. They just get so caught up in, okay, I got out of this relationship. I need to get into something else. I need to, I don't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Be alone. I feel like being alone was the best thing for me. It was hard because, yes, I, want to have this companionship.
Mm-hmm.
I went on my birthday trip by myself to Panama. I had the best amazing time, ate at the best restaurants,
Wow.
everything. It's because I love myself and enjoy my company so
Mm-hmm.
much. But it took time
Yeah.
for me to be able to be in that space by myself and be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a part of the growing process. You have to be okay with being by yourself, because if you're not, that's how you get caught up in being in situations that you don't deserve to be in. And that's how you get caught up in staying in situations that you
Mm-hmm.
need to leave or staying too long.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, I got something about that loneliness in a minute, but just can you give us a little bit of like context or background to kind of how you all met, how the relationship was kind of going a little bit throughout?
oh wow. So I met him through another friend. So,
Okay, mutuals.
yes, my best friend was dating his best friend. And so I was like,
Come on now,
"Oh,
y'all was going on double dates.
no." We were not going on dates at the time. In the beginning, we were just hanging out. We were just,
Okay.
we were just enjoying each other's time,
Mhm.
and that was pretty fun. And then I feel like over the years, we started to really get to know each other,
Mhm.
but it never progressed into a relationship. It was always this situationship thing, so it never really progressed.
And
And
that's how you get that on again, off again too.
and in hindsight, as I look back, I realized why we weren't in a relationship is
Mhm.
because he was in a relationship with someone else. So,
Okay.
and I didn't find that out until
Is this
years.
separate from the kids, or is this the same as the kids?
So the kids are separate, and the whole 10-year relationship was separate. Like, here, and this is why I'm like, this is
So
why you
that's
have
why
to be
y'all
aware.
broke up. Then we don't even need a why y'all broke up. That's why y'all
I mean,
broke
we were
up.
never together. I just like, so okay, I know it sounds crazy.
Okay, yes. Walk me through it. Okay.
We never really had any claims on each other, but
Mm-hmm.
when we were together, we were together.
Right.
And it was very obvious when we were together that we were together.
What's understood ain't got to be explained type stuff.
Right.
Okay.
And in my mind, again, I'm not a dumb woman.
Yeah.
The way he was moving secretive, and us not being able to hang out as much as I would like, I kind of figured there was someone in the background.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think I had moved to Moultrie, Georgia, which is about 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So are we really going to make this a long distance relationship? No.
No.
So again, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. Whenever we come to Atlanta, we're a thing. I moved back, and we start to take each other a little bit more seriously, because now I'm back, and he's finally, whatever mess he was in, he's finally out of it, and now he wants to try something with me, because he's starting to feel safe and comfortable with being with me.
Okay.
And
so he was in a relationship.
Yes, from what I was
for 10 years.
Yes, from what I was aware.
How did you find out about that?
Because I think this was a month before. This was like January, and we're trying to be transparent with each other.
Yeah.
And
New year, new y'all. Okay.
right. We're trying to be transparent and tell each other everything. And he's just like, yeah, this whole time I was in a 10-year relationship. I was like, whoa.
This is after y'all already, like, you're getting ready to move. Y'all are going to stop dealing with each other. This is before that.
No, this is after. So I've come back to Atlanta.
So now he's told you everything.
And now we're taking each other seriously. We're actually going on dates like a real legit couple.
Okay.
And yeah.
But he said, I was in a 10-year relationship.
Yeah, I was in a 10-year relationship with this woman. And I was just like, oh, okay. So this is different than, the mother of your children. Okay. So again.
And you knew about the kids already.
Yes, because prior to that instance, there was another time when we were having another authentic conversation, and he admitted to having 2 other kids plus the one he already had.
So you knew about the one.
I knew about the one.
I'm trying to do the math.
Now it's 3.
You knew about the one. You knew about the one from the jump, or you found out about the one along the way?
I knew about the one from the jump.
Okay, and then the other 2 you found out when?
We were just hanging out one evening.
He love to just drop stuff while y'all just. He
was like,
hey, while we're having a good time,
I just want to let you know I got another child. And I was like, what? And so it's funny because it happened twice. So he told me about his son first, and then he told me about his 5-year-old daughter. And so when I go home, as I'm trying to process, I'm like,
yeah,
did he just tell me about his newborn baby first before his
the 5-year-old? So you've been hiding kids.
You've been hiding kids. And men, if you hide your kids, you are not a good person hiding your kids from women.
Right. How you gonna be, world's best dad and you hiding the baby, Drake?
You hiding the kid from the world? We don't care. Just be honest. Bring them kids out. Be a good dad.
He said, well, since I'm telling you about this one, I guess I want to be honest. Time Let me go ahead. Okay, so that's 2, Justina. That's not 3. Where's the third one?
Oh, remember I told you. So he has 2 girls.
Oh, so the one you already knew about from jump was the first girl. Then it was the newborn boy. Then it was the 5-year-old girl.
This is what I say.
And you wish him the best?
I do, because, honey, I'm going to be great.
I'm glad you didn't get roped into that. Okay, he sound like Future. I'm glad you didn't get roped into that.
Well, I say I'm lucky because, I walked out of there with no child.
Okay.
I could have been a single mother out here. And
that's right.
The biggest thing was my fear was to bring a child in the world with him and him not be able to love my child the way my child deserves to be loved.
Yeah.
That would have broke me. So, that I made the conscious effort in making sure that I never got pregnant by him. But I have to take accountability, because there were so many red flags that I should have got up and said, okay, it's time for me to go.
That's a drinking game. Y'all can start counting his red flags.
Okay. But again, I was so in love. I was so infatuated. Like, I really wanted to be with this man. I really wanted to be his wife.
When you start getting time with somebody, I feel like when you start adding on years and stuff, it really does become a bond, because now you're somebody that's familiar.
Yes.
And it's like I always say sometimes with certain people, I don't feel like we had a friendship. I feel like from start to finish, it was always romantic. I don't feel like we were necessarily friends first, but over that time, you naturally form a friendship and a bond and things like that. And it's hard to give that up. Like, imagine I consider whoever you're dealing with romantically, everybody may not think of it that way, but whoever you deal with romantically is one of the closest people in your circle.
Right, yeah.
Like, to me, the person you lay next to, it doesn't really get closer than that outside
No.
of mom, dad, brother, sister, stuff like that. So it's hard to like let those relationships go because I'm so used to you in my norm, in my everyday life. And that's just really hard. So I guess for you, you had been through a lot with this person. How did you know, all right, this is over? Like, I gotta go.
Here's a funny thing. So I was talking to him and I was just like, I don't know if I was doing accents or I was doing something weird and he wasn't responding to it. And I was just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like,
That's what did it for you?
yeah, because I feel like for me, it was some type of random conversation we were having. I was talking about something like
Yeah.
it was some nerdy stuff, but I just wasn't.
Yeah.
He was not responding. He was just like watching TV.
Jennifer Lewis said the same thing.
Yes, she did.
When she was talking about the trees or something, he was like, I don't give a fuck about them trees or like whatever. And she was just like, well, we're done.
We're
like,
done.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't love life. You don't love me. Yeah. Okay.
If I can't do my weird accent in front of you, honey, we're not gonna be together.
Right.
Like if I can't be weird, if I can't talk about
play along
history,
with my shenanigans.
if I can't ask you weird questions, no.
I love that.
Like,
yeah, if I can't be a weirdo,
if I can't be a weirdo with you, we can't be together because I'm a weirdo.
Okay, here's the thing. When do you start to showcase the weirdo? Like, when is it time to gradually let that out?
So I would say if you're just newly dating someone,
yeah,
like I'm gonna, as we're talking, I'm gonna gradually talk about, like, I'm gonna gradually ease it in there. Like, hey, I love museums, I love history. Like, what's up? Like,
okay, that's kind of how
and
you
then at
slip it
6
in there.
months, I'm gonna hit you with my accents, and I'm like, what you
Are
think?
you gonna do it back? I love the ones that do it back. I love the ones we're on the same vibe. Me and my homegirls had a whole night where we went out and only talked in accents. Like that was the challenge for the night. You can only talk in an accent.
Me and my roommate do it all the time. So I'm just like, if you can't do it, then
if you can't hang, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah, because I'm a ball of fun. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah,
like we're gonna have a great time.
And
but
he
I need
wasn't with the accents, and that's where you were just like. So what was the breakup process? You just didn't.
And the other thing was he didn't make me feel safe. There was too many things where just like, even with the mention of the other women and the kids, it's like I didn't feel like I was the only one. Like
I could blink and there could be a new baby.
I could blink, and I always felt like I had to be on my toes. I always had to be the black beautiful Barbie. I mean, it took me about maybe 4 or 5 years to wear my natural hair around him. Like I was wearing wigs, middle part curly wigs.
But yes, I love your natural hair.
But I didn't feel like he thought I was cute or sexy or appealing in my natural hair. And that hurt my feelings for a long time. And I think that another red flag, again, there's so many red flags that I just ignored because I loved this man so much. He talked about my doctorate not being anything. Like,
yeah, that's my cue.
That set my soul on fire.
Absolutely.
Because
that's a huge
how many black women do you know with a doctorate by 30?
That's crazy.
And so, that not being able to acknowledge my accomplishments, not really loving my authentic self, not really being able to be my authentic self around you and still have to put up these airs, it just all came to, it just came to a halt. I'm just like, why am I forcing this?
Yeah.
Why am I forcing this?
I can't be me around you.
I can't be me. Like, I can't be me. I got to still be someone else. And I'm not a black Barbie. Like, I don't want to, like, sometimes I like wearing bummy clothes and, I like to be comfortable. I don't want to have to always put on airs or go to the other bathroom to use it because I don't want to hear you, let you hear me peeing, like, or I can't fart in front of you because, like, I'm holding in farts for 7 years. Like, no one has time for that.
That's the title of this episode, holding in farts for 7 years.
Like, if you let out your fart, let out your gas. If I can't let out my gas in front of you, like, what are we doing? And I'm not saying I'm gonna light it up all the time, but I should be able to, hey, hey. And you giggle. Hey. And if you don't giggle, I'm like, what are we doing? If
you don't giggle, why are we here?
Why are we here? Like, Because when you fart, you're just gonna be loud about it. And
Right, because you're a man. You don't care.
you're gonna be loud about
Yeah,
it.
you don't
So,
care.
I want us to be able to
Oh
have
my
fun and do
gosh.
these, be weird and feel safe.
Yeah.
Like that is the biggest thing for me. I want my partner and I want myself to feel
Hmm.
safe with each other. I want us to feel like we can tell each other anything and just, if you need us, we're there. Like
Yeah.
you can communicate and we know how to support each other. Like I think it could be so simple,
It could be
but we make it
so
so hard.
simple. It could be, but you have to get the right people for the right formula to make that happen. And it's crazy just from your letter and from talking to you, I'm happy where you are now because it literally feels like you were freed, like you were in a cage. Like, not necessarily saying that it was super abusive, but the idea of like, I can't grow, I can't
Yeah.
love myself and continue that growth because I'm afraid of what might happen. Like, it was as if they were putting constraints on you and you were putting constraints on you. So I'm
Yes.
glad you are free, my
Yes.
sister.
Yes. I'm happy to be single. And this past year I've been celibate. I've been focusing on me.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 So I was gonna
Yeah.
ask, how was the move on from that? So
Yeah.
okay, immediately we're done with him. I can't fart. I can't burp.
I mean,
We're
it
finished.
wasn't even that. That wasn't even like all these things were happening, but it really was Valentine's Day. Like Valentine's Day last year was the final straw.
Okay, so
So I sent him a text because, well, I had texted him Valentine's night. I was like, dang, I thought we at least,
you're a
hang
bump
out.
if you don't do shit for Valentine's Day.
So, the next morning he was
Raggedy.
like, I thought I told you we weren't going to do shit for Valentine's Day. And I was like, right then, you dealing with somebody else because we never even talked about Valentine's Day. So that was like the 20th red flag at that point. But he was
Even
just,
still, why are you talking to me like this?
he laid me out over it. And I was just like, wow, wow. Like
Yeah.
I don't want a man to ever feel like to feel that comfortable that he can talk to me like that.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Like, if you can't communicate with me effectively what you're going through, he could have easily said, hey, Jay, I thought we talked about it. I was just chilling tonight, but we could get together this weekend. Like, compromise. It didn't need to be a
I
cuss
also
out.
shouldn't have to say anything to you about Valentine's Day. As somebody who loves and cares about me, you need to be telling me what's going on, what's going to happen. Even if it's not on that day,
Yes.
I shouldn't be asking you about plans, arrangements, stuff. You
Like,
should be telling me.
if we can't get together that day, just say, hey, Jay, we're getting together
Yeah.
this weekend. We're going to hang out. And, I didn't really
That's,
have anything
yeah.
planned. I just had a long day at work. I am a reasonable woman. I am flexible because, again, I'm at the age now where I understand working an 8-hour day after talking
Yeah.
to lots of people, you may not want to be bothered. And that is understandable. But you have to communicate that with people because, I mean, if you don't, like, they're just assuming that you don't care.
You're
And
really nicer than me because I will bother you. You will be bothered. I'm
no,
bothered.
it's took a lot of growth.
I'm bothered.
This right
I
here,
feel like you're so zen. Like, I feel like Kung Fu Panda right now. Like, I'm talking to
this
the
is
sensei.
years and years and years and years and years of work. I feel like in my 20s, I was really angry a lot. Like,
Oh my God. I'm just a young grasshopper.
I was so angry and I was just like carrying all this anger. I'm like, I gotta let it go because it's not
Mhm.
helping me. And so I realized I'm like, you know, I
Yeah.
can't take in everybody's stuff. I can't carry everybody's load. I can't get revenge on everybody if they hurt me. Like, I can't. I can't. And
Yeah.
sometimes winning and sometimes, growing from the situation is just letting it go and letting people have it. Yeah,
Hmm.
you got me. Yeah, you told the world about all these things. You lied on me.
Yeah.
And it hurts. But you know
Yeah.
what? I got to protect my peace and I'm gonna walk away from the situation. And I've done that a lot this year. I've stopped speaking to sorority sisters. I've stopped speaking to, friends,
Hmm.
like lovers. Like, I'm not playing about me.
Mm.
I'm not playing about me this year. Like,
Yeah.
because I give so much and I'm a good person. So if you want to receive that,
Yeah.
I'm open. I'm open to give you all the love, the resources, the
Mm.
all of that. But if you cannot return it, then this is closed because
Making me think.
I gotta protect this peace. Like,
Yeah.
because I am a person, I love to be the change that I want to see in the world. And so I'm gonna give as much as I can. I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give.
Right.
And I was realizing that I'm giving so much and I have nothing left. I'm depleted.
Yeah.
I have nothing. And I'm trying to pick myself back up
Mm.
pieces. So now I'm like, I'm gonna give, but I'm gonna make sure I have something left for me.
Yeah.
So I thank my ex for all of it because I have grown so much.
Mm.
I am grateful for the lessons, and I know what I want, both personally, professionally, spiritually, all of it. Like I know what I want and I know what I
Yeah.
deserve, and I'm not settling.
I love that. People right now are trying to tell black women, especially, to settle, and absolutely not. We have done too much outer and inner work, professional. I'm not settling for nothing.
I mean, they've always wanted us to settle. Like,
Yeah.
be happy with this. Be grateful for that.
Yeah.
You should, you don't need to pursue,
Yeah.
higher education. Be happy at this level. No, 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 no. There's no
Yeah.
box that can contain the talents,
Mhm.
okay, the energy
I know
of
that's
what I
right.
have and what I bring to the table. Nothing can contain that. And and I think more women in general need to start moving in that light. And I feel
Mhm.
like they'll learn that I don't need to just take anything that's given to me. I don't need to
Yeah.
accept what's been given to me. I don't need to accept that this man has 3 kids, because I want my man, I want to have his first kids. And
Mhm.
that's okay.
Yeah.
And or if it's a situation where we could have worked it out and I could have had his kids after his third kid.
Yeah.
But I think people need to be more upfront, be able
Absolutely.
to be
But they
by
don't want to do
themselves.
that.
No, no, no,
Because
not at
then they
all.
don't get what that, because I feel like there are a lot of people who are equally yoked as far as what they want. The issue is the person that you want at this current moment doesn't want what you want. And so it's
Poof.
not fair to lie to them or lead them on when you could go be with. It's almost like, okay, well, I don't want something casual. I want something real. Okay, you could go find, there's a woman out there that wants something casual. Yeah, but I want it from you.
Exactly. And that's the selfish part. I was just about
Yeah.
to say, I can't give you what you want right now, but I'm going to still keep you around until whenever I feel like letting you go. And
Yeah.
I feel like I was in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
I knew he couldn't give me what I wanted. And yet,
Yeah.
he gave me breadcrumbs. I'm like, oh, he's giving me pieces of what I
Hmm.
want. So maybe eventually I'm eventually get it. Or eventually he's gonna be the man I know he can be, because he's showing signs that he could do it.
It's so difficult because, so, men and especially black men feel like black women give no leeway. Like everything is your cutoff. You don't get a second chance, you don't get a third chance, whatever. But I feel like that's not the case, at least from the black woman I know. People have gotten umpteenth chances, and that's why the cutoff is so quick now, because we are understanding. We do believe in potential. And then I give you that inch, you take them out, and you prove to me why I shouldn't give second chances.
You ran
You
down the
prove to me why
field.
I shouldn't care about potential. You prove to me why I should look for everything on this list versus only taking a few things. Because every time I deal with somebody who isn't perfect or who doesn't meet all the requirements, or I let stuff slide, now y'all think it's a water park.
Yes, pretty much, pretty
Yeah,
much.
I
And
just
that's why boundaries are so important. And I think people got to go back to courting each other.
mm,
Like, I have let men court me for 6 months, and that be it. And
love
sometimes it
that.
does not result to relationships. Sometimes it's resulted in amazing friendships.
Mhm.
But you are going to get to know me, and I'm going to get to know you,
She said
and you
we're
are
not
not
skipping that.
and we're not going to have sex.
I love that.
Like, like I said, I'm moving up in the age, okay? I don't need
I'm
any
not
just
gonna keep
raggedy
playing with
man.
y'all.
I can't keep
Yeah.
playing with y'all.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of time to waste, because I'm not one of those girls who needs a free meal to eat, okay? If I want to go out to eat, I will go out to eat and pay my
If
own
I
way.
don't want to spend time with you, the free meal, I don't want to be
That
there.
is not
I don't want
that
to
is
be
not
there.
enticing for me. A free
Yeah.
meal, because I will go out and spend $100 on myself and be just fine.
I know that's right.
So you need to be worth me getting out of my bed, putting on matching eyebrows. And for those who know how hard it is for me to do my eyebrows. So for me to make my eyebrows match and come on a date to you, You better be worth it.
Oh my
You
gosh.
better be worth
She
it.
said, if I have to make them match, you need to be of a
Okay?
certain standard, a
You need
certain
to, because
quality.
I'm like, I'm going hard. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying to make
I'm
sure
bringing my best
I'm bringing
self.
my best self. Okay?
Yeah, I think that's very true. I want to learn about this year of celibacy. How did that start and how did it go?
Oh, wow. So literally after that Valentine's Day, I was just like, I was so taken aback by that. I was just
Hmm.
like, ugh. I'm like,
Bad
my
taste in
own
your mouth.
father doesn't even talk to me like that. And
Yeah.
so I was just like, okay, got to leave that where it is. What are we going to do moving forward?
Hmm.
And while I'm still like dealing with him, I'm still suffering from depression from not having a job. Like,
Yeah.
I'm working as a temp and I'm like with a doctorate. So I'm
Yeah.
suffering from that. I'm like,
It
so
was a lot.
it was a lot. So I just had to take a moment and just breathe because it was just, I had to mourn the loss of that relationship
Yeah.
on top of my career not being where I wanted it to be. And that was really hard for me because I'm
It was
like
a double blow.
a double blow. Because I'm like, I've been interviewing for almost 8 months now,
Yeah.
not getting any second rounds. And I'm just like, and this man doesn't love me. I'm like, I don't think I can take anymore. Like, I'm really struggling right now. So I said, I got to pull back. I got to fight for me. I deserve that much. And so I
Yeah.
started going to therapy more because I needed it. I was just so in my head.
Yeah.
I was so caught up in tying my worth to my job, and
Yeah.
because I felt
You
like
needed support.
yeah, I like in my previous roles, I felt I was a powerful woman,
Hmm.
and I feel like when I was in those roles, I didn't have to worry about anything because
Hmm.
I have this amazing job, and
Yeah.
so um losing that amazing job and now having to deal with life for real,
Hmm.
find hobbies that outside of my work that allow me to have value because
Hmm.
I was like, wow, I don't have a job that's valuable. Like
I
I
still gotta, you don't realize how much your profession ties to your worth
man, does it?
until you, and it's, I don't think anybody does it on purpose. I think just growing up in the system and different things you learn and like, family, career, and da da da, like, and next thing you know, you are wrapped up in a job.
Right. And I'm not gonna lie, like my job made me feel like I was that girl. Like
Yeah.
I was an associate director running my own campus and I was Dr. Mason. Like, and
Yeah.
so losing my job, losing him, I felt powerless. So I was like, I need to get my power back. Like I said, I started going to therapy, I
Hmm.
started going to church more, and I really started to make a conscious effort and figure out hobbies that I really wanted to do.
Hmm.
Um,
Hobbies over him.
hobbies over him. Like I started joining different organizations,
Yeah.
volunteering, and just really putting me first and really just taking my worth away from work and really just focusing on how can I grow. And so first thing was I was like, I don't want to have sex. I don't want to
Hmm.
have sex with I don't want to have worthless sex, pointless sex. I'm looking for
It does
answers.
it mean shit
It
to me.
I've done all that. Like I've had great, amazing, amazing sex. I've had it, but like that's it. I get up and go home. And
Yeah.
it's over. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready for something more. Like I'm ready for intimacy. I'm ready for like
Yeah.
someone to blow my mind. Like
Okay.
don't
Come
blow
on.
my panties. You can blow my panties off once, but I want you to blow
I
my mind
still
first.
need that. I just need it
You
additionally.
know,
I need it
that needs to
additionally.
come later
That's
on,
the
but I want
cherry
you to
on top.
blow my
Yeah.
mind. And if you can blow my mind,
Yeah.
like mentally and, with how you think, how you
Yeah.
converse with other people, how you code switch. Ooh,
Oh,
I love a man
listen.
that can code
The
switch.
demeanor,
You
the
go from
code
working in
switch, the
corporate to
personality.
what's up, baby? You got me, okay?
Okay.
Because
You got me.
I'm a code switcher, and what you get at work is not what I'm going to give you at home. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I really made the effort to just really focus on me and what my body deserves, and I started
Mm.
working out more and really conscious of what I eat and when I'm just focusing on
Okay. I'm
the
taking
temple.
mental
The
notes. I'm
temple,
taking
like
mental
I
notes.
deserve it. This
You
like I
do.
deserve all the great things that are coming to me. But I also had to put into the work
And
to
the
allow the
discipline.
discipline to allow for those things to come. I had to
Mm-hmm.
make space for those things to come. So I had to clear
Yeah.
out all the things that were not benefiting me, that were
Ooh.
weighing me down, whether that be, friends,
Mm-hmm.
associates, people at work, your job itself. Like
And that
I
process
it
hurts.
hurts.
Like, not even just like those are very traumatic things, the breakup and the job loss, but the decluttering your life, or I guess I people think about decluttering in a sense of like your home, your apartment, stuff like that, but decluttering the inside is harder than taking some clothes out the closet and taking it to Goodwill. Like, you first have to figure out what is even in here. What's even in here? I don't even
Let's break down these
you
layers.
spend every day with yourself, but what is in here internally that's junk, that's toxic, that needs to
Mm-hmm.
go? Relationships, different things, personas, all of that. And then getting rid of that, and while grieving it, making space for the new.
Yes.
I feel like internal hoarders. I feel it's
We just
like how them ladies don't be
no let it
wanting to.
go.
They don't want to part with that butter holder or whatever. I feel like that. There's certain things that's just tough to let go, but that's the real. Yeah, you said something with that, making space for new stuff and not understanding what making space truly
I
means.
mean, and that's okay. Like it's still a part of that's a growing process. Like it does not happen overnight. Getting to this space of where I am now has, like I said, taken years.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I have never been one to deal with betrayal easy. Like
Yeah.
that has if you want to hurt me, like betrayal
Once
is
you cross me, that's it. That's wraps.
and so that has also been a thing that in the midst of everything is those who have did some type of betrayal to me finding grace enough to allow them, I don't know, just having grace towards them, because I don't want to ever walk into space and be like, oof, ugh, they're here, ugh, I don't want to be here because
Yeah.
they're here. And so I try not to let people make me feel like that. And so that's why I said I'm really dedicated this past year to just focus on working on all those nasty areas, those situations that just make me feel nasty and bring out the nasty in me. And I'm not perfect cuz ooh, I can be nasty still. It's just I now know it's a time and a place,
Yeah.
and I really really make a conscious effort before I let it out, you know, to really find a way to articulate what I'm feeling.
Listen, I'm growing. I threw a drink in the air so that I wouldn't throw it at somebody. And that was growth. Whether people feel like it or not, that was growth for me. Because I really wanted to throw it at you. But I didn't.
Girl, you good because in my 20s, my early 20s, man,
I have not done anything
let me tell
crazy
you,
yet for real.
like I told you, I'm not built for Fulton County, but let me tell you, you think I won't send your job a letter telling them that you're a pedophile? No, I'm just
Yo! If you did that, I swear,
nah.
girl, what's the
I've never
template?
I've never done that
What's
before,
the
but I
template?
mean, like let me tell you, in my 20s, I was wild. Like I felt
Yeah.
because I'm just like, if you burn me,
How
I
dare
got I
you?
gotta burn you because I'm a good
Yeah. How
person. So
dare
why are you
you?
burning me? But I'm like, you gotta realize people are gonna burn you regardless.
Yeah.
And
But grace is hard because I
grace
feel
is
like
hard.
grace is what. That's why I think I need to be better with like cutting off from jump, or like having being more cutthroat from jump. Really, more so having boundaries, because
Boundaries. That's what it is.
I feel like I give so much grace in the beginning that by the time things are finished and stuff has like went terrible, I don't have any grace for you now. I had already given you so much grace. Like, I don't have any more grace to give
Yeah.
you.
I mean, again, I feel like if you have articulated to the person that you care about, and that it's different if you're early in the dating stage because again, it's a no holds bar because you never know what you're going to get, and then once that person shows you,
Yeah.
take that for what it is and get out that situation.
Yeah.
But if you're in a situation, you've been with this person for a couple years, you see the potential, they make efforts here and there, okay, that may be someone you could, continue to work with. But again, I've never been one to want to do like community service on a man. I get tired. I get tired of trying
I've
to
done a lot of
build a Bob.
charitable
Like
work.
I've done a lot of charitable work. I'm not build a Bob. I mean,
Okay.
I can't make it happen for you every time. You got to have some of those things. Like you just
Yeah.
got to be for tough sometimes. And then when we're at
Okay.
home, I got you. But you got to have some of this on your own because I got it. You got to have it.
Yeah.
I can't give it to
I
you.
don't have a problem helping you,
I
but
don't have
there's
a
a
problem with
difference
helping.
in helping you and it feels like I'm doing it for you.
Yes. And if I've told you, provided the steps, giving you the access to the resources, and you still don't make the conscious effort to do what
Listen,
you need to do,
I've had a friend fill out her boyfriend's college application for him.
no, ma'am. I would have been
So,
like, no, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You ain't going to
yeah.
college.
It's
I'm going to
right. You're
college.
not go.
You not
I'll
going to
be there
college.
though.
I'll be there though.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
you can't bring everybody with you. That's another thing. You can't bring everybody with you. You want to. You see the potential in people. They deserve it. But if people don't put in the work to be where they need to be or
You
heal,
deserve it, not through me though.
yeah, but you got to do the work though. Like you're not gonna get someone like me. You probably get someone else,
Not me
but
though.
you're not getting someone like me because you ain't do the work.
I know that's right. And that's really built into your self-worth, like the boundaries and everything. Not let people are going to play with you regardless, yes, but how far they go with it
It's up to you.
is up to you.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
they're gonna play with you.
Justina, I'm trying. I'm trying.
I'm telling you, grace and just having that patience with people comes over time. Like it comes over time. Like at 26, I was not. I was angry. I was
Yeah.
very angry. And even just like, not even just in relationship, just everywhere, I was just
Yeah.
experiencing a lot of anger that I just could not articulate in the best way.
It felt like everybody, like I'm trying to be the best person I can be, and everybody's giving me their butt to kiss. And I'm really not, and y'all want me to just let it go?
And that is, man, and that's why I said God be really testing me because I feel like I get put in that situation a lot. Like, bam, this woman just did this. What you gonna do, Justina? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
And it's like, ah,
I'm like, God, I see what you're doing here. You trying to see if this therapy is working.
listen,
Ma'am, I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm gonna
God
tell
loves
you
you.
this.
God loves you. God loves you.
I've actually seen you be so nice. Like you really are a bright light in people's lives. And I do believe you when you say that you ride hard for people. So I wanted you to come on here and like spread that because I needed to hear it. Even if other people may have not needed to hear it, I needed to hear it for sure. But just to kind of end off, how has the dating scene been for you? Are you still on your celibacy or have you come off your celibacy and have you been dating?
I have not been dating for real, and
Okay.
that's the other thing, ladies. If you want to meet someone, you gotta
Cause
go.
you've been
I've
inside.
been
You don't do the
inside.
apps?
I mean, Hinge, and then I forget that I have it, and then I'm like,
Hate
wait, here,
apps.
this would be me on Hinge. Swipe,
Everybody's left. I'm
and then I don't have
not.
no more swipes left.
Yeah. And I'm not finna pay y'all.
No, I did that. I paid them, and still
Oh,
the super men that they give you, like the real fancy looking
yeah.
men. I was like, they weren't even swiping me. So I'm like, I'm paying this money, and they not checking for me. What's
Yeah,
going
no
on?
ma'am. No ma'am.
But like I said, this summer I'm gonna be more. I'm gonna go outside more. I'm gonna head to the bars, and even
Y'all
if
will
I
see me
just,
with Justina.
even if I'm just not, I'm just gonna be outside, like just
Yes.
catching a nice drink and enjoying the
Yeah.
ambiance of being outside, like because I've been indoors for so long.
All right, so we've got a little bit into dating and so how that's going, but just in general, kind of what are your plans for this summer other than being outside? Like, is there anything that you want to let us kind of into your life or anything that you want to share with those who may be watching, who may be going through something similar?
Well, I'm definitely gonna do some traveling because I have not traveled in a year, and my passport deserves it.
Yes.
Maybe not international travel. My goal has been kind of like I want to see the 50 states and what
Yeah.
U.S. has to
Okay.
offer. So I've been kind of knocking out those, but definitely taking some trips. I definitely plan to get really active with my sorority. Shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. You already
Okay.
know. So I'm really looking to really get back active with them, and I'm excited about that because I
Yeah.
really love service. Like, I love supporting women,
Mm-hmm.
whatever I can do, I love that. So definitely
Yeah.
a lot of volunteering and um I don't know. I'm probably going to, no, the biggest thing, I'm going to make sure that I get my business started. So I'm going to
Okay.
start going out to the local community centers
Yes.
and seeing how I can help, their students who may be in the little summer programs
Hmm.
with, preparing for college and things like that. So that's my goal this summer is to get active, baby. I'm about to
Okay.
be out
Get
here.
active. You heard
Okay.
her. Okay. Get off the phone and get in the field. I
Get
like that.
get off the phone and get to work, okay? Get to
Okay.
work.
So where can people find you, especially for when you start your business? Like where can people find you or
Mm.
connect with you at?
So I'm definitely on LinkedIn. I know a lot
Okay.
of people. I have been using my LinkedIn, so
Oh,
check me
child.
out. Justina Mason on LinkedIn, and
Okay. How
then
millennial of you?
yeah, I gotta stay
She said
active.
my network needs to.
Okay, it needs to grow, and if you want to meet me, I want to meet you. Let's
Right.
connect.
Okay.
And then of course on Instagram, Dr. J Mason.
Okay.
Doctor.
Dr.
Yeah,
J
Doctor
Mason.
J Mason.
Big one, not the little one.
Not the little one.
Oh.
Put some respect on it.
Yes, and we're always going to respect it. And the
I love
next
it.
man in your life will respect it. He'll
He
say, "Hey,
will.
Doctor Bay, you're gonna be next somebody's
Okay.
Doctor Bay."
Okay. I'm
I
here
love
for
it.
it.
Oh,
I'm here for it.
wonderful! Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
inviting me. It's been such a good time talking about that and just
Yeah,
talking to you and because I haven't talked about it in a long time and so it feels good to just let it out.
and it seems like you've released it in general. He's with the birds.
You know, live your life, my ex, live your life. I wish you all the best because
The
I'm
new
living.
Maya Angelou.
I'm living, okay? I'm living my best life. And you will never get a moment where you see me
Never
slipping,
gonna hear from him.
okay?
We're never gonna reach out to him. Nothing.
Oh no, I haven't reached out, but he's reached out to me.
I love that. There we go. That's good. Well, maybe he'll get this as like his signing off card from you.
Oh man, it's too late for us, but I will say I pray that you find a lovely woman that will give you what you need and meet you where you're at.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that is all. Thank you all for watching and tune in for the next episode. Bye.